Hello students, in this lecture of automobile engineering, we will study now point number 4.4 of unit number 4. The name of the topic is wheels, rims and tires. Tires, well known to us, every time we use this word while there is a consideration of new car or automobile. Rims and wheels are also very popular terms in today's scenario when everyone or anybody wants to purchase a new car. So he sees how is the structure of wheel, how is the structure of rim and tire. So in this lecture we will study the details regarding wheels, rims and tires. Let us first understand what are the learning outcomes of today's lecture. Starting with this number 1, we will study here function, necessity and requirement of wheel, rim and tires. So what is the function, what is the necessity and what should be the requirement in the wheel, rims and tires, that we will study. After that we will study types of wheels, rims and tires and construction and working of different types of wheels, rims and tires. So these are the learning outcomes of today's presentation. So what is wheel? The wheel assembly consists of hub, disc or spokes, rim, tire and tube. Wheel is the important part of the vehicle. The vehicle can't move on the road without wheels. The wheels are legs of the vehicle, carry it to far off distance. The support of the whole weight of the vehicle and convert rotary motion into the longitudinal motion. This is a function of the wheel. The wheel also resists side force created by turning and also absorb the road shocks. What should be the essential requirement of the wheel? Let us see one by one. The wheel should be strong enough to take the weight of the vehicle. The wheel should be flexible to absorb the road shocks. The wheel should be perfectly balanced statically as well as dynamically. The wheel should be able to grip the road surface. It should be mounted or removed easily. It should not be too expensive. It is lightweight or possible so that the upsprung weight is least. Wheels can be made up of cast iron, cast aluminum alloy or magnesium alloy. Alloy wheels are popular because of their appearance and because they are lighter than similar steel wheels. Aluminum is better conductor of heat, so alloy wheels can dissipate heat from the brakes and tires more effectively than steel one. Most wheels have ventilation holes in the flange so air can circulate to the brakes. Most passenger car wheels are of well or dropped center design. This design allows for tire removal and fitting. The removal and fitting of tires should be carried out according to manufacturer's instructions. So there are different types of wheel. These are in short: steel wheels, alloy wheels, spoked wheels, divided wheels, split rims. So basically the automobile wheels are generally classified into 3 types. Number 1 is pressed steel disc wheel, number 2 is wire wheel and number 3 light alloy casting wheels. What is pressed steel disc wheel? It consists of steel rim and a pressed steel disc. The rim is rolled section, sometimes riveted but usually welded to the flange of the disc. The disc perform the function of spokes. The wheel assembly bolted to the brake drum. So this is the structure of pressed steel disc wheel. You will see here the disc at the center. After that, stud holes, wheel rim that you will observe, ventilation slots are also provided, and wheel base that you are seeing. This is another pictorial view of the pressed steel disc wheel, and this is a view. In this, some of the components are explored, like a barrel, centered cap, spokes, leg bolts. After that you will see center disc, wall stem and outer lip. So these are some of the another components of such type of wheel. The pressed steel wheels have the following advantages: simple and robust in construction. These types of wheels are easy to produce in large number at low cost. It requires negligible requirement and easy to cleaning. Second type is wire wheels. Wire wheels are wire spoke wheels, tension spoke wheels or suspension wheels are wheels whose rims connect to their hubs by wire spokes. Wire wheels are used on most bicycles and are still used on many motorcycles. They were invented by aeronautical engineer George Cayley in 1808. The first patent for wire wheels was issued to Theodore Jones of London, England on October 11, 1826. So this is nothing but a picture of a wheel, a wire wheel. You will see here hub at the center, spokes. After that you will see the rim and the tire. The wire wheel consists of separate hub connected to the rim with a number of spokes or wires. The headed inner end of the spoke fit in the hub hole and the threaded outer end fit in the rim hole, where mushroom headed tubular nuts are screwed through the rim holes to tighten the hub. So these are the exploded view of the light alloy casting wheels. The light alloy cast or forged wheel is the most recent type, whose use is ever increasing both road and sports car. It's generally use light alloy, which makes it possible to use wider rims, low aspect ratio, thus improving good adhesion, especially on the corners. So this is a pictorial view of light alloy casting wheels. You will see the holes for studs. You will see here radial rib. After that, the cross sectional view also shown in this picture. The light alloy casting wheels have the following advantages. They are light in weight. Light alloy being good heat conductor, dissipate heat produced by tires and break more efficiently than steel. These are heavier section can be used. Heavier section can be used, which improve the wheel stiffness and better stress distribution is obtained. Let us see about the details regarding the tire. A tire is a cushion provided with an automobile wheel. It consists of mainly the outer cover, that is a tire proper and tube inside. The tire tube is assembly mounted over the wheel rim. The air inside the tube carries the entire load and provides the cushion. The tires are final contact between the road and the vehicle. They take all the load on the vehicle. They are flexible and absorb most of the shocks when a car moving on rough roads. The surface of the tire has certain patterns which enable it to grip the road and provide good traction. A tire performs the following functions. It supports the load of the vehicle. It provides cushion against shocks. It transmits driving and braking force to the road. It provides cornering power for smooth steering. Some important requirements of good tire are: they should be strong enough to carry load and resist damage. The tire should provide a comfortable ride to the motorist. The tire should provide good road grip for traction, cornering, acceleration and braking. The tire should provide quiet running. It should have long life. It should be economical and to be flexible to cushion all shocks and impacts at least partly. So this let us see the construction of tire. You will see the different parts of the tire. You will see tread at the top, edge cover, side wall, inner liner, bead bundle, bead filler and some of the other components of the tire. The lower portion of both the sides has a set of steel wires called bead wire. These wires house tire snugly in the rim and also don't allow it come out even in the event of tire burst. The bead wire are surrounded by the bead core and plies of canvas. These days, instead of canvas, rayon or nylon is used to give more strength. On the tire side walls, as an plies, rubbers vulcanized, which protects the plies from injuries due to the pebbles. You will see here the tread and inside that there is a casing. Plies means layers of strong fabric which are built up to give the tire its strength and shape. Bead loops of steel which are the anchor point of the plies. Cross ply tire, main plies of the tire run at an angle 45 degree from one bead to other. Radial ply tire, main plies of the tire run at 90 degrees from out one bead to the other. Tread Rubber pattern provides grip with the road surface and assists in clearing waterway, and sidewall connects the beads to the tread of the tire. So this way the top portion is called tread, and as it comes contact with the road and it's subjected to wear. The breakers are rubber covered cords similar to plies. The job of breaker is to distribute the road shocks and prevent separation of tread from tire. The cushion is soft heat resistance rubber which absorb road shocks and also bind plies and breaker together. The cord plies gives strength to resist internal pressure to support load and load shocks. Let us see the types of tires. Number 1, based on carcass material, nylon tire, steel belted, polyester belted and rayon. Based on the construction, cross ply, radial ply and belted bias. Number 3, based on the tube, conventional tube tire, tubeless tires. Based on the load, light load tire, heavy load tire, other types. Based on season, summer, winter, all season. And number 6, based on pattern design, lug, rim and semi lug. Based on tube, let us see the classification. Number 1, conventional tube tire. In the conventional tube tire, outer portion of the tire which rolls on the road made of synthetic rubber, and it is called tread. So we will see in this picture the tread at the top, tread pattern. The tire enclosed a tube in which air is forced to high pressure as a cushioning medium. A valve stem is attached to the tube for inflating or deflating the same. In order to prevent the tire from being thrown off the rim, the plies are attached to the two rings of the high tension steel wires. These rings are made of fit snugly against the wheel rim, thereby anchoring the tire to the rim. These rings are called beads. Next category is tubeless tire. This type of tire does not enclose a tube. Instead of, the air under pressure is fitted in the tire itself, for which purpose a non-return wall is fitted to the rim. So nowadays this type of tire is very popular among the customers. You will see the sketch of the tubeless tire. The inner construction of the tire is almost same as that of the tube tire, except it's lined with a special air retaining inner liner made up of butyl rubber for better air permeability together with heat and weather resistance. A tubeless tire retains air for a long period even after being punctured by nails, providing the nails remain in the tire. Also, any hole in the tubeless tire can be repaired simply by rubber plugging. Let us see what are the advantage of tubeless tire. Tubeless tire, less unsprung weight, better coiling, less rolling resistance, comfortable ride, slower leakage air, simpler assembly, in improved safety. So these are the this picture shows how the tubeless tire, if punctured, can be repaired with the special machine, special tools which are available there. Based on the load, the tires are classified light, medium duty tires. Light duty tires for passenger vehicles carry loads in the range of 550 to 1010 pounds or 250 to 500 kg on the drive wheel. Light to medium duty trucks and vans carry load in the range of 1100 to 3300 pounds or 500 to 1500 kg on the drive wheel. Number 1, winter. Snow tires are designed for the use of snow and ice. They have a tread design with a large gaps than those on the summer tires, increasing traction on snow and ice. Number all season. Related to snow tires are those with the M+S rating, which denotes an all season capability quieter on clear road but less capable on snow or ice than a winter tire. All-terrain tires are designed to have adequate traction off-road yet have begin handling and noise characteristics for highway driving. Mud terrain tires have a deeper, more open tread for good grip in mud. High performance tires are rated for speeds up to 168 miles per hour or 270 km per hour, and ultra high performance tires are rated for speed up to 186 miles or 299 km per hour. So other types of light duty automotive tires are run flat tires and race car tires. Run flat tires obviate the need of a spare tire because they can be traveled on a reduced speed in the event of puncture using a stiff sidewall to prevent damage to the tire rim. Racer car tires comes in three main categories: dot, slick and rain. Race car tires are designed to maximize cornering and acceleration friction at the expense of longevity. Heavy duty tires. Second is heavy duty tires for large trucks and buses come in the variety of profiles and carry the loads in the range of 4000 to 5500 pounds or 1800 to 250 kg on the drive wheels. For example, truck tires, off-road tires. Truck tires come in variety of profiles that include low profile with a section height that is 70 to 45% of the tread width, wide base for the heavy vehicles, and a super single tire that has the same total contact pressure as a dual mounted tire combination. Off-road tire are used on construction vehicles, agriculture and forestry equipment, and other applications that take place on soft terrain. Other types are aircraft tires, bicycle tires, and industrial tires, and motorcycle tires. What are the based on the construction of the tire, we can have cross ply construction type and radial ply construction type. In cross ply construction type of tire construction, the ply cord are woven at an angle 30 degree to 40 degree to the tire axis. There are two layers which run in opposite direction. In radial ply construction type, these tire plies running bed across to the crown at the right angle to the rotation. So this is a figure indicates this type of tire. After that, the angle between the cords variety from 18 degree to 22 degree. Belted bias ply construction type. This type of tire construction is combination of cross ply and radial ply. You can get an idea from this picture. So based on the thread pattern, we can have the classification rib pattern. The pattern has several zigzag grooves that run along the circumference of the tire. The rib pattern is recommended for the use in both passenger and commercial vehicles and when the drive is to be high speed as on paved surface. With rib pattern, tire rolling resistance becomes less, noise level gets reduced, inferior traction is improved, and greater resistance to the side slivering. You will see in this picture rib pattern of the tire, lug pattern of the tire, and semi rib pattern also. So lug pattern means the pattern has grooves that run roughly at the right angles to the tire circumference. The lugs pattern is used for trucks when the driving in is an paved surfaces. Semi lug pattern, the pattern design is a combination of rib and lug pattern. This pattern provides the stable driving performance both paved surface and unpaved surface. After that, we can have symmetric thread pattern, asymmetric thread pattern, and directional thread pattern. You will see all these three directional, symmetric and unsymmetric tires. These are some of the references for your more information. Thank you very much.